Good morning. Is it me or is the frame rate on this video a little choppy? I've been noticing this quite a lot on my camera. I've been messing around with the settings, so maybe I've put on the choppy frame rate setting. I'm a huge film fan. Let me phrase it, I'm a film fan where it's a disease, it's a sickness. I fell in love with film when I was 16. Before then, I would watch every single Western, every single Kung Fu film, every single action film I could get my hands on. But I was more interested in video games. And then when I hit 16, I just fell in love with French New Wave, German Expression, Italian horror, Korean revenge, everything you can ever imagine, musicals. I just fell in love and I decided that's what I want to do with my life. Not be a filmmaker, just surround myself with film. I guess I turned myself into a bit of a historian. I got books. All I did was think about film. And then when I did become a filmmaker and I started working on my own films, I realised my love and actual passion for film was always there and it always will be there. But it started to disappear. It started to fade. And as years have gone on, I still watch TV shows, I still watch the occasional film. I find myself reading books more. My music, absorption, that's not a word, is it? Absorption has gone down as well. I find myself, as I'm getting older, finding it much harder, almost impossible to watch films. And it's not like I don't have the time because I work from home. I work very intensely for sometimes 3 hours, sometimes 10 hours, and then I could have a day off, I could have 2 days off. So I have the time. But my days off, I usually just scroll, or I've been reading a lot of books this year, to be fair to me. Last year I was just scrolling a lot, and I was watching just junk TV. I was about to name what, but then like people have made that show, if this is how paranoid I am, that they might come across this video and then be like, what are you saying about my show? Modern Family. It's okay, but I'm just saying it's not like the most highfalutin art. So I just watch stuff like that. When at my roots, I'm probably the most pretentious MF there is. I'm joking about that, but I was known as in my teenage years for being the snobby film fan who puts down blockbusters and or goes to blockbusters with the 3D just to trash them. I was known as that person. That was my ticket. That was my edge. But as I've grown older, I don't care about that. I don't care what people watch. I don't care what people are into, because I get it. It's all escapism. We're all just doing it to numb our existence. But the most alarming thing is, I don't watch that many films. And I would consider myself one of the biggest film fans. I consider myself the film nerd. It's true I have a lot of other hobbies. I'm one of those people where once my ADHD kicks in, I will watch anything. And so this week there's been a lot of news about Titanic, and now I'm back into the Titanic. Now I've got to search everything there is to do with the Titanic and refresh myself with what I already knew and learn more and search things there's so much as humans we could be into. Like, I find it fascinating that and I'm going to do a video on this soon, that we just wake up and we decide that we're a car guy, or we decide that we're a woman what's going to sew. I was trying to say something less sexist, but my girlfriend sews, so that's why that came into my head. I guess you could say a guy being in a car is kind of a sexist thought, maybe. So I've been trying to wonder why I don't watch films anymore, why I don't search films to watch, and why, if there is a film I want to watch, I don't go see it. I don't go to cinema, I don't go see it, when I should be the one who's championing film. And I've worked it out, as usual, as I do. I don't know why I say it like that, but I have worked it out. What it is, as I've got older, the real life, so all this around me, not the woods. The woods have nothing to do with real life. Let's not blame the woods. Let's not bring the nice woods, into the absolute mess we've created out there. But in the society, life is so tough, and life has been so hard and so sad and so awkward and so cringe and so everywhere you can think of. when you watch a film now, you know the character has to go through a hard time, and they may come out successful, they may not. They usually don't come out successful because all the best people what are considered good filmmakers in society are the people what make a film what has a true to life ending where the character doesn't get what they want, and that's considered, and I consider that the correct way to make a film. I think if you're making a film about a subject matter, you should always ground it in realism, and whatever the character goes through, it should be realistic to the world. You know, if it's a biopic about a rapper what got shot, it has to end in the rapper getting shot. Otherwise, you're twisting the story, and you're making the story untruthful. You know, we watched The Walking Dead with the earlier seasons because our favourite characters have died, and therefore we have to keep watching to honour them. But with the real world so messed up, and with my own life bleeding into that, I find it extremely difficult to sit down and watch any form of any. But so I've been watching Waterloo Road, which is I used to watch as a kid, and I used to watch it with my mum every Monday night or whenever it was on Friday night, and it reflected the school I went to. I went to a northern school in England. That's why I enjoyed watching it. And then recently, I saw a video of it, and I decided to go back and watch it. And I've got quite far through it, but the new seasons have come out, and I've started watching the new seasons. When there's anything awkward what happens in them, I literally pause it and go on my phone because I've been in those embarrassing situations. I've seen people in those embarrassing situations. I don't really want to relive it. And it could also be good writing that I'm engrossed in the characters. Also, if a character's being bullied, I've also been bullied. I've also been around bullies. I reject it so hard that I also have to pause it. So the real reason why I'm not watching my film is I'm becoming more sensitive. That's one of the reasons. It's because the real world is so heinous and so messed up. When I want to escape, I just can't sit down and watch death and decay and misery and pain. Another reason is films are predictable. This is why I'm enjoying reading books more. Even though books can have a plotline, but usually a film is, it starts, something happens, the characters get on with it, something big happens, and it's about the character, can they resolve it? Everything's about resolution. And that becomes quite exhausting because when you go to watch a film, you're thinking, I've seen everything film has to offer. There's nothing in this film what's going to surprise me. Even if the film's a good film, it's like when I first put a film on, I'm thinking, what is this film going to give me? What am I going to see in this film? I'm getting really bad cramp. That's what I'm getting into video. I'm getting really bad cramp. So it can, like, if it's like an Oscar-winning film, I can't remember the film it won last year in 2022, but whatever it is, I haven't seen it obviously. But if I go and I'm going to watch it, it's like I'm just, you know, I think as humans we're getting more tied out by media and film, and the real media now is still what's happening in the world and the drama created in our own lives. Because I talked to so many people. My own video decided to cut me off because I moved. I don't know what setting that is. And now my own camera's thrown my trail of thought to the wind. But when you talk to people now, they generally don't really care about films. They, you know, if you say, "Oh, I'm going to go see this in the cinema," like, "Oh, what's that?" Because once you get into the working world, once you really get going, should I just sit on the floor? Okay, I've gone for it. I've sat on the floor. Onto a thistle, actually. When you're out there and you're working, not only is it hard to keep up with the latest films, but real life is so much superior because you're solving real life things. Like if you ever speak to a nurse, their knowledge of films are probably going to be quite low because they get so much gratification from what they're doing. They don't need to escape. And I found that once, because I've been living life. I have adult responsibilities where I have to maintain a flat, and I have to look after dogs, and I have to be responsible to my girlfriend, and respectful, and be there. And I've real life. Like I'm no longer that kid who's just an up and coming filmmaker, I am a filmmaker who's making films now. So there's a big responsibility always, and there's so much thought. So my life is so dedicated to what I do. I don't have time to sit and watch a film or keep up to date with films. So it's two things. It's that, and it's also the predictability that films are becoming slightly more predictable. Slightly short video today. I just thought I'd throw that out there. I think that's the reason why people aren't watching films. I think that's the reason. It's definitely the reason I'm not watching films. So, have a good weekend, whatever you're getting up to. If you're going surfing, enjoy your surf. If you're going to a restaurant, enjoy your surf. If you're looking for new houses, enjoy your surf. If you're looking for adult entertainment, enjoy your surf. Okay, ciao.